皆様大変長らくお待たせいたしました。ただいまから第5回
Ladies and gentlemen, let me begin the 5th Japan Construction International Award Ceremony. My name is Eriko Kaneko. I will be emceeing of this event. The Japan Construction International Award is given to small and medium-sized construction-related companies that are active overseas as pioneers in overseas construction projects that represent high-quality infrastructure by utilizing the superior technology and know-how of Japanese companies. In commemoration of the 5th anniversary of this event, pioneering activities that contribute to the overseas expansion of Japanese companies will also be honored with a special award by the Ministry of Land Infrastructure and Transport and Tourism. The decision on the award is made by the Review and Judge Committee. The minister is currently not at this venue, but will introduce when he arrives. And this review and a judging committee, which is made up of a panel of experts, have gone through the examination of all these different projects. Let me introduce the panel. First of all, the committee's chair is Mr. Shigeru Morichi, Graduate Institute for Policy Studies adjunct professor. Next is Mr. Ryo Ishii, PwC Advisory LLC Director. And Mr. Kazumasa Ozawa, Professor, Graduate School of Engineering, the University of Tokyo. And Mr. Shunji Kusabayashi, Visiting Professor of Tokyo City University. Mr. Satoshi Nonaka, Senior Researcher, Social Infrastructure Lab, Nikkei BP Research Institute, Nikkei BP. Mr. Miki Tonomura, Representative Director, TM Office. And Mr. Yukihiro Tsukada, Executive Director, Japan Society of Civil Engineers. And the Miss Kaori Fujita cannot attend this ceremony, unfortunately. And we do have Yukihiro Tsukada joining us as an observer of the ceremony. And I'd like to now continue by introducing the guests of honor who are present today. His Excellency Mr. Wu Hongnam, Ambassador of Bangladesh to Japan of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. And His Excellency Mr. Peter Tan Hai Chuan, Ambassador of Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Singapore. And His Excellency Mr. Shahabuddin Ahmed, Ambassador of Bangladesh to Japan of the Republic of Bangladesh. Mr. Duga Selin, Second Secretary Political of the Republic of Kenya. Mr. Taimur Zulfigar, Counselor of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. He will be joining later. And Mr. Ken Tarpley, Economic Officer, Economic Section of the U.S. Embassy. Mr. Thomas Wu, a representative of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region, Hong Kong Economic and Trade Office. Now let me introduce the senior officials of the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure and Transport who are present today. Mr. Mikio Yoshioka, Technical Director. Mr. Kazuhisa Nagahashi, Director General, Real Estate and Construction Economy Department. And Mr. Masafumi Yokota, Deputy Director General for Overseas Project Minister Secretariat. First, we'd like to hear from Mr. Morichi, Chairman of the Japan Construction International Award Review and Judging Committee. Thank you very much for your kind introduction. Congratulations, first of all, to all the award-winning companies' representatives. And thank you very much for all the distinguished guests from various embassies and from the Ministry of London Infrastructure, Transport and Tourism. The amazing projects which will be receiving the awards will be covered later on, but we do have 4 projects in the first section and SME section 2, and then we do have 3 projects to be awarded the special award. I'd like to quickly go through them, not the details but the intention of and objectives of this. First, the category, the construction project category awards goes to projects. The small and medium-sized enterprises category award-winning projects are very significant impact-giving projects, regardless of the size of the organizations that are running. And then we do have a very precise evaluation score and criteria discussion process, and we do have extensive discussion among all the judges, panelists. And then all the awards would come to our discussion, great contribution to all these different regions around the world. And we look into in depth how they contributed to the very local areas, whether they helped nurturing the local specialists, how they helped the local communities' prosperity, and how they collaborated with the local entities and how they're appreciated by the local parties. So technical contribution is only a part of what we screen and what we discuss. And then all these projects you get to hear today has been appreciated and has been giving a significant contributions to all these different regions. And this is special award pioneering activity category has come about this year because we've long been discussing that there are many projects which don't come under the existing 2 award category. And it doesn't need to be in a project form. It can be training that provided to the local people. It can be an initiative, and you will get to hear the 3 which have gotten this award for the very first time, and all the people who've been involved in this award and an individual project are highly interested in contributing to the global society, harnessing what they do have. And this is a great celebration opportunity for us to really honor these contributions and accomplishments.
引き続き受賞されたプロジェクト
And we would like to move on to the presentation part of those award-winning projects. And we will change the stage, and it will be a few minutes before the presentation part begins.
Thank you for waiting. So let's move on to the presentation part of the ceremony. The first prize for the construction project category goes to East-West Road Improvement Project N70 in Pakistan. Taisei Corporation and CTI Engineering International. Please come up to the stage. Thank you. My name is Matsumoto from Taisei Corporation. Together with CTI Engineering International, we carried out a project in Pakistan called East-West Road Improvement Project N70. It is such an honor to receive this prestigious award. So I would like to talk about some of the hallmarks of this project. This project is part of the National Road Improvement Program in Pakistan, and it was financed by the loan assistance provided by the Japanese government. The aim of the project is to enhance the overall capacity of the N70 corridor and to make the road more resilient against natural disasters. The consortium headed by CTI Engineering International provided advice and expertise in design and operation management, and our company completed the construction. The project improved the 12-kilometer road with a height difference of 600 meters in the steep mountainous areas. The construction started in 2016 and completed in 2019. This is a map for the area to give you some background of this project. Route N70 is one of the major highways which runs through central Pakistan and connecting the two major cities in the east and west of the country from Multan to Quetta, 445 kilometers in distance. There are major cities like Islamabad or Karachi in the eastern flank of the Indus River, which runs through central Pakistan, and there's a well-developed transportation network connecting north and south of the eastern half of the country, but there are only a few major highways connecting the thriving east to the mountainous west. Also, Route N70 is an important road that is connected to the border with the neighboring country, but the improvement was coming in late because the section of the road that was in the scope of this project is known as the hardest part in the steep mountainous areas, and it requires advanced construction technology and expertise. This is the situation of the road before the project started. The sedimentary rocks forms the steep terrain, making it a really vulnerable foundation with weathered rocks strewn on the slopes beside the road. The narrow road itself runs on the steep slope with a lot of congestion and closures along the way due to debris and fallen rocks. The section of the road which was in the scope of this project was particularly narrow and steep with a series of tight curves, and the vehicles on the road had to stop to go around the tight curves. As shown in the picture, these trucks needed to turn the wheel several times to let other cars pass through them. This video is showing the same section of the road after the improvement. There are two lanes on the road, and those curves were made much smoother so that heavy trucks can easily go around. This is the summary of the construction methods adopted in this project. The aim of this project was to increase the overall capacity and resilience against natural disasters. In this project, we expanded the road width to have 2 lanes from end to end and improved the road alignments in terms of slope and curvature by constructing additional 11 bridges to the steepest sections and the sharp curves of the road. To the right curves on the steep slopes in red circles, we constructed circular steel box girder bridges. These box girders were imported from overseas and installed at the existing road as appropriate. For the section of the road which was particularly narrow, as represented in blue circles here, we adopted a prefabricated steel widening bridge. We also used the launching erection method so that we would expand the road width without obstructing the flow of traffic. Weather-resistant steel was used for both types of bridges to reduce the maintenance cost. Other Japanese engineering methods and technologies adopted for this project include ground anchors to stabilize slopes, as well as foamed cement banking method or mechanical stabilized earth retaining wall construction to improve the road alignment and reduce the life cycle cost at the same time. You're watching an aerial footage of the section of the road which was in the scope of this project. It clearly shows that it is a very tough, steep terrain. The specification requirements for this project are as follows. This is the sandstones, and it's connected to the second curves. So this is a very harsh terrain. And we created a 9.3 meter wide road throughout the section. One of the biggest challenges to complete the project was how to ensure security in the area. We needed to reinforce security around the workers' camp and offices. The client also hired armed security guards to protect the camp as well as to provide security to the workers in traveling. So the staff coming from Japan experienced some inconvenience, but we were provided with security information by the Japanese Embassy, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and JICA so that we could successfully and safely complete the project. Last but not least, let me talk about some of our initiatives that deepen the friendship between Japan and Pakistan. It was difficult to conduct PR activities during the project because of the security concerns, and yet the Japanese construction and engineering technologies used in this project were featured at some of the events and parties organized by the Japanese Embassy with the government officials of Pakistan or a meeting with Pakistan's Prime Minister. We also engaged the client in writing a maintenance manual to ensure proper maintenance and also engaged the local construction workers in skill training with Japanese companies. After the project was completed, some of the workers are now involved in construction projects in Japan. This project accomplished the mission of improving the national road in Pakistan by using Japanese technologies. We are convinced that this project wouldn't be a success without the team of Japanese companies mobilizing their expertise and resource. We are also extremely grateful for the support and assistance provided by the Japanese Embassy, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and JICA. Last but not least, we want to express our deepest appreciation to the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport, and Tourism for this precious award, which highlights the achievements of Japanese construction companies. Thank you very much. Thank you, and congratulations. Next, MRT Downtown Line Stage 3, Beruk North Station, Metar Station, Bencoolen Station, and associated tunnels. Sato Kogyo, please come up to the stage. My name's Ono. I'm coming from Singapore, Singapore office in Sato Kogyo. It is an honor to receive such a prestigious award. So please look at the slide. And let me talk about the history of our company's operation in Singapore. So let me start with the history. We started business in Singapore in 1972 and marked the 50th anniversary this year. And during the 50-year history, we helped build the iconic structures in Singapore, such as shown in these pictures, Benjamin Sheares Bridge, or the Helix. I think many of you know this building. It's a stainless bridge next to the Marina Bay Sands. So we've been working on the MRT construction project in Singapore since 1986, and we have been recognized for this construction project. This is the MRT map scheme, And we have been involved in the construction of 14 stations. And we have been building bridges and the railroads in a total of 24 kilometers in length. And we're currently involved in projects right now as well. So let me give you an overview of the 3 projects for which we received award. This is the Singapore MRT line scheme. MRT Downtown Line. This connects the north residential area to the south more commercial areas. And you see the Changi International Airport. Again, this part is also a residential area. And we are involved in the line Stage 3 construction. We constructed Bencoolen stations, Matar stations, and Bedok North stations and associated tunnels. So for each section, this is the overview of the construction. So client is procuring entity is Land Transport Authority of Singapore. The period lasts from April 2011 to December 2016. This is designed by Arup. This is a British design office. And EDIS, this is the construction and interior company in Singapore. So we partner these teams to finish the construction. The hallmarks of this construction is that this construction has 6 basement levels and with a total floor area of 24,000 square meters. Construction of a new underground station, we used the inverted lighting method in a very limited space. The ground is it consists of sandstones, and it's 43 meters deep. The Roppongi station is actually 40 meters deep, so it's deeper by 3 meters. This is the station, a Matar station, and associated tunnels. A client, it was a Land Transport Authority of Singapore. The construction period was from April 2011 to December 2016. One of the hallmarks, the difficulties of this construction is that the ground was really soft, and this is Bedok North Station and associated tunnels. TY Lin International and ONG designed. This is mostly soft ground. And one of the technological challenges is that this is for Bencoolen station. You see a lot of gigantic boulders. It's like a meteor, really gigantic rock we encountered as we excavated. And also the area is really a limited space. And we created a special machine to do boring. And also we have a special piling device which we imported from Japan. And this is also predominantly soft ground. And we install piles connecting the inner and outer tunnels in the NATM method. For Bedok North Station, we used the Japanese. We used the TBM manufactured by a Japanese manufacturer, and this was explosion-proof station. So we did reinforcements, and we have been recognized by Singaporean authorities for the construction. And we also, our construction efforts were covered by local media. And we received the BCA Construction Excellence Award. And there was a much media coverage in the local media. And we are currently involved in 3 more projects. The construction of a new terminal at Changi International Airport, MRT New Line, Cross Island, construction for Tavistock Station, and a large-scale renovation for LRT rail yard. That brings to an end of my presentation. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's move on to the next presentation. This is the project for construction of new Takita Bridge. So Nippon Koei, please come up to the stage. I'd like to express my deepest appreciation for giving us this really prestigious award. Today, I'm delighted to give you an overview of the new Takeda Bridge construction project on behalf of the applicant companies. My name is Yoshida. I work for Nippon Koei. So it was completed in July 2018. This is the picture, area footage of the bridge after the construction is completed. The new Takeda Bridge, or also known as Dobon Bridge, locally is the core of this project. The bridge is 253 meters long and 20.5 meters wide. It's a PC extradosed bridge with towers and diagonal bracing. A steel pipe sheet pile foundation was adopted for the bridge piers, supported by the cast-in-place piling method on the surface. The project was financed by grant aid provided by the Japanese government. The procuring entity was Ministry of Construction of Myanmar. It was designed by Nippon Koei and constructed by the consortium of Tokyu, Toyo, and IHI Construction Services. And the whole project was managed by JICA. The distance between Myanmar and Japan is approximately 4,500 kilometers. It takes about 8 hours by air. Myanmar is the westernmost country in Southeast Asia, sharing borders with India, Bangladesh, China, Laos, and Thailand. The largest city, Yangon, is located in the south of the country, and the existing bridge over Pasundong Creek connects the city center and the special economic zone, and is one of the logistically important bridges in the country. The aim of this project is to construct a new bridge next to the existing bridge and connect it to the existing roads with connecting roads. It was a construction of roads of 620 meters in total length. The road expansion project was carried out at the same time by a Burmese company for the Blue Line section of the road. As a result of these projects, the roads you see on this map now have 4 lanes, and the traffic congestion has been eased significantly. The existing bridge has been used for 60 years or so. It has only 2 lanes and a very limited space for the shoulders. It used to be a bottleneck and caused traffic congestion. It was an aging, unsafe structure. The project was carried out to improve the situation and to ensure safe passage through the bridge. One of the technical hallmarks of this project is the adoption of steel pipe sheet pile foundation for the bridge piers, the first of its kind in Myanmar. This method serves as a cofferdam in a bridge foundation and reduces the construction period. It's also a weatherproof method. One prefabricated long steel sheet pile was transported by ship to complete the foundation work. Pasundong Creek is a major waterway, and many ships are cruising up and down the creek. We adopted the PC extradosed bridge because of its lower girder height and appropriate applicant span length to ensure the unobstructed passage of ships in the waterway. This is also the first method to be introduced in Myanmar. The project also involved a technical transfer program for the officials of Ministry of Construction of Myanmar. The program consisted of lectures on survey of rivers and soils and also design of bridges, as well as OJT activities where the participants experienced the field work and project management. Every participant completed the training program, which lasted from January 2016 to February 2018, and in March 2018, a ceremony was held to congratulate those participants, which was joined by the Minister of Construction of Myanmar. The project was completed in July 2018 without any major accident, and the opening ceremony was held with much fanfare in September. The opening ceremony was attended by local residents and many dignitaries and guests in Myanmar and from Japan as well. That brings to an end of my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you and congratulations. Now we'd like to move on to the next award-winning project, the 3-runway system project C3201 Deep Cement Mixing Works Package 1 in Hong Kong. For the fourth of construction project category, and we'd have a representative from Goyo Construction. First of all, thank you very much for giving us this very honorable award. I'd like to, on behalf of all the members who dedicated their efforts to this project, I'd like to explain what this project was about. So my name is Suzuki from Goyo Construction Company, and I will quickly go through the overview of the project. So this is the overview summary. This airport started out with 2 runways. This is the hub airport in the regions, and they were hitting the capacity limit. So they had a landfill of the ocean side, and they had a soft land ground, and they needed to fortify the ground. And they needed this deep cement mixing works, which was developed in Japan. And this construction was the project package 1 to ratify or reinforce the ground. We had Airport Authority Hong Kong to be the project owner. The consultant this was a 3-company joint venture, and the improved volume was at 7.3 million volume metric, and the cement we used was 1.955 million ton metric. This was a quite extensive size of a project. Let me go into the details of the cement deep mixing. You use a specialized ship you see on this slide. And there's this shaft owning the wind, and you actually insert the cement slurry from the tip, and you will be rotating it to pull it out, and you mix it with the soil and let the cement go through the chemical reaction with the water and let it solidify. So there's been challenge the insufficient soft ground strength and the subsidence in coastal development, and hence we applied this method. Back in 1975, the cement and the slurry mixing and a solidification method was established and was put to practical use. And we've been accumulating a great track record inside and outside with this method. The characteristics and the strength of this method is that the strength emerges in a short period of time, shortening the construction period, no liquefaction, and no minimum impact to the environment. And these are the strengths that attracted the interest of the project owner. And we conducted 2 testing in the field after doing the small-scale testing in Japan. And we've adopted this project. And this is the state of the site back in 2017. We had 40 operating ships. In total, we had 200 cruisers, ships, which dealt with this project. So we needed to orchestrate all these activities that was done by many ships. We had laid out various schemes, including what they need to do in case the typhoon hits, and we took extra measures to make this an environmentally friendly construction. Pollution prevention frames has been put. Real-time water quality monitoring is done. And that's been done day and night. And if we notice any irregularity, we stopped the whole operations, prioritizing to minimize the impact to the environment. And this was quite a diverse, inclusive. We had Indonesian, Nepalian people in the field, and so we had used several languages in communicating, and we had a virtual reality, the remote working be done by some people who were managing the process in Japan, and we prioritized the safety, and we made sure that all these people who got involved would be able to contribute in the best way possible. Thank you very much for your sharing. These were the award-winning for the construction project category. And now we'd like to move on to the SME category, small and medium-sized enterprises category. And this category award goes to Sugie Saito. And we will have a representative from Sugie Saito making presentation about the project. I'm Hiroyuki Sugi from the sales department of Sugie. I'm very, very honored to be standing here in front of you all to be receiving this prestigious award. And the cable protection pipes for underground installation, Ceradact, and our track record is what I'd like to cover in my short presentation. First of all, about our company. We're based in Aichi Prefecture, factories there too, and we do have branches in East Japan, West Japan, and Singapore. And we manufacture and sell perforated ceramic pipes for underground cable protection. So back in 1906 is when we established our business as a Sugie Pottery. There are 3 items I'd like to cover in this presentation. First is a perforated ceramic tubes, what it is, the Ceradact. And second topic will be the how we've been doing our business overseas. And 3 is the Ceradact to reduce the CO2 emission. First, what is a Ceradact, the perforated ceramic tubes that we manufacture? This is quite a versatile tubes. We can shape them in many different forms, and that's used in many different construction sites, including airports, ports, tunnels, power stations, etc., etc. Also, the underground, the tunnel for the electric cable. And we do have track record of this being used for 30 different airports. And for tunnels, this been very valuable materials because this will be fire resistant. And this will be a very efficient cable tubes for very limited space. With a great track record inside Japan, we've decided to go global with the Seraduct Global. And we do have 3 advantages to this product. First is that the cross-section of duct line is very compact. And the second is that the compressive strength is excellent. And the third strength is that the product construction is super simple. And because of these advantages, we can minimize the cost and shorten the lead time that our clients would need in achieving their goal. And we've been supported by many business partners in building up a great track record at Seraduct. It's quite heavy materials. So at the beginning, many people thought that it would be difficult to export this. It wouldn't make economically. But we had a project in Okinawa, and we discovered that the transportation cost is not as much as we thought. And we started going global, but we had no track record doing business outside. And it was very, very difficult to break the barrier. But there was this international business promoting workshop that was led by Ministry of Land Infrastructure, Transport and Tourism. And we took a part in those initiatives, and we gradually started making a presence and gradually built up success. This is Singapore, Changi International Airport. We do have 2 phases, and the 2 projects, and one is 700 meter, another one is also 700 meter. It started back in 2016, and it went completed back in 2019. We actually did the demonstration, bringing our product, and then we showcased in how quickly they can complete the plan they had, and we managed to contribute to making the lead time to be 1/3 of the original plan. This is the second one, Bangladesh, Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport. This too was impacted by COVID, and we couldn't fly freely to the local area, so we managed to manage the project remotely from Japan. We were reputed highly that our remote management was worked quite effective, that it could harness the capabilities of the local people. And you'd have continued to be bold outside of Japan. We have all these lead project. We're going to be targeting Asia, various regions to be our success building ground. And this is the CO2 emission contribution we can bring with the Seraduct, and this is a comparison with the regular cement or the concrete. And by replacing other materials with the Seraduct, we can see that you can reduce as much as 70% of CO2 emission. And we will be harnessing the strength of the ceramics, and would like to contribute to society and businesses in many different ways. Thank you very much for your listening, and thank you very much once again for the award. Thank you very much. This was Tsugie Ceramics. And we'd like to move on to this very special award that is starting this year. And then the first one, which would get this special award, pioneering activity category, is the development of a grassroots road infrastructure and a poverty reduction through enhancement of self-reliance initiatives of communities in sub-Saharan Africa. That was done. My name is Makoto Kimura of Michibu Shinbito, which led this project. And first of all, I'm very, very excited, and all these people who are working in the local field are thrilled that our activity has been recognized in this way. We are authorized NPO, a non-profitable organization. So Michibu Shinbito is the Japanese word, and we address us as a community road empowerment party. We'd like to give this experience of fixing their road infrastructure to developing country people, that they can actually fix all these road infrastructures themselves, so that they will be more confident, they'll be more forward in building their own infrastructures. And the before state is on the left hand side with the sand bag. We could actually fix the road with the labor forces of the local people, not necessarily professionals of the industry. By them going through this experience with us, they will learn how to fix it, and then eventually, they will be able to do it without having any of our help. And then that's what we'd like to achieve. And the dono, it's a sandbag in Japanese, but we'd like to turn the sandbag dono to do know technology. And people might address our activity as a charity, but we don't consider our activity to be charity. We would like to turn this opportunity and experience triggering and in creating many jobs in the local, so that after our leaving, that there will be prosperities, flourishing in the local field with many more capabilities and many jobs. And we do have a PR video I'd like to show. There's a 3 minutes video now.
Community roads in developing countries are not well maintained. And especially during the rainy season, over 50% of them become impassable. When the roads are impassable, people cannot transport their crops from the fields to the market and fail to earn cash. People cannot take patients to hospital in town. Children cannot go to school. And that is one of the factors that prevent developing countries from moving out of poverty. And this is where we as CORE, an international NGO, have focused our activities. We are working to transfer the skills of repairing roads using Dono technology to those who have been using such roads, and we motivate and inspire them to enrich their lives. Through that, the experience of repairing our own roads by ourselves infiltrates to the community. There are 4 advantages to apply this technology. The first is that the road can be repaired using only materials that are locally available. Dono bags, gravel and laterite soils can be easily obtained in each country or region where the project is implemented. Secondly, since the work is labor-based and done by hand, it will create employment in the local community. Thirdly, the project is easily accepted by the community because it does not require specialized knowledge. This also makes it easier to maintain the project after its completion, which greatly contributes to the sustainability of the activities.
Amazing.
Some of our trainees have even established their own companies and create employment in the communities. We will continue to work tenaciously and energetically toward the future, under the philosophy that the challenges of developing countries are to be tackled by the people of the communities in ways that are suitable for the communities.
興奮してもらっていいですか。
Right, so this is us. So presence of Japanese entities is what we'd like to promote. We are professional of construction industry, and we'd like to be more and more present in the global sphere, and we'd like to contribute more to the global world.
Thank you very much. Next up, strategic training of local engineers and companies through railway rehabilitation projects in Southeast Asia by Tekken Corporation. Okay, please come up to the stage. Thank you for the introduction. My name is Nakagawa from Tekken Corporation. I'm very honored to receive a special award, Pioneering Activity category. So let me present the overview of our activities. Tekken Corporation was founded during the Second World War as part of the national policy concern to increase and strengthen the country's land transportation capacity. Renovation of Railway Management Bureau's head office and construction of bridges on the railways. Those are the projects we have been involved in the earlier stages of our company's history. We also a number of achievements in Japan. We have developed expertise and have a lot of achievements in many railway construction projects. And the number of currently ongoing projects and countries as of June 2022, we have participated in construction projects in 13 countries around the world. We started the overseas expansion in Peru in 1961. And since the late 2010s, we have shifted our focus to Japan's ODA projects for the infrastructure development such as roads and railway in Southeast Asian countries. We are committed to make a contribution to the development of those countries, but also aiming at building strong partnerships with local companies to have stronger footing in the local markets for our sustainable growth. To do that, it is essential for us to continue to play our part in international cooperation and to raise the level of our partners. So in overseas projects, the local construction company do the actual construction work, and we are providing expertise and technology. But before doing that, we need to raise awareness about the importance of keeping promises, to keep the deadline, not to make excuses. That's what we are trying to inculcate in the mindset of those local workers. In Vietnam, we did replace the 23 bridges within the deadline. The local staff didn't understand why the preparation took so much time. The planning and management is really important part of the project, but we successfully convinced the importance of those elements, and they understood the Japanese style management and planning, and thus raising the level of the local staff. And these construction projects were covered by the local media in Vietnam, and we were recognized by the Minister of Construction in Vietnam. And we invited local staff to Japan to provide training and skills development programs. And local staff who learned those techniques in Japan came back to their home country, and they were vital assets in the construction projects. And also they started their own companies and get contracts from the government for maintenance and management works. This is the picture of when we do the explanation, the sort of introduction of our training program to the engineering students in Cambodia. So they're really enthusiastic. They're really full of hopes. I see not so many Japanese students are like this. So Tech-In Corporation will continue to leverage our strength and make contribution to the sustainable development of society through civil engineering and construction projects, including the area of railway construction. That brings to an end of my presentation. Thank you. Thank you very much. Last but not least, we'd like to listen to the presentation by for Open Innovation for Construction Technology in Silicon Valley by Obayashi SVVL Incorporated. Please come up on stage. My name is Sato from Obayashi SVVL. It's such an honor to receive this prestigious award. Thank you very much. But credits go to many staff members in this project in Obayashi and other partner companies, and I'd like to share the honor and pleasure of receiving this award. So let me start my presentation about open innovation for construction technology in Silicon Valley. We created a base for trigger more activities and innovation in Silicon Valley. Especially, we try to improve productivity in the construction industry so that we can regenerate the attractiveness of construction industry. We are an analog industry, but other industries around us are pushing ahead with digitalization. And we thought that the Silicon Valley is the hub of talent and money to start and drive more innovation. And we liken the situation to the gearboxes. Once the construction project goes on, it never stops within 2 or 3 years. According to the plan, we need to overcome the unexpected elements. In other words, we need to avoid failures. We have to expect many unexpected situations. That's how it is in the construction industry. But in Silicon Valley, it's likened to be more like a smaller gearbox. It spins faster, although it's small. So they try to learn from their failures, not to avoid failures. And there is a gap between the two types of gearboxes. And that's what hampered the innovation in the construction industry. So that's why we try to become a sort of intermediate gearbox. And if we become like that, we can drive more innovation in the industry. That's why we established a base in Silicon Valley. We established a base in San Francisco and also Silicon Valley. We created offices and also we created garage for the test environment. And we provide 3 roles for startup companies. We try to promote joint development between Japanese companies and startup companies in the United States. We also provide financing, funds, investment, and also we try to promote the commercialization so that their products and services can be brought back to Japan. This is one example. This is retrofitting heavy equipment for autonomous applications. This is a joint project development together with Safe AI. Let me show you the video first.
At Safe AI, we know that automation innovation requires rapid evolution. And we are always evolving. We started by automating the very first skid steer, before moving on to an F-150. After that, with unprecedented speed, we retrofitted a CAT 725, making the world's first AI-enabled autonomous articulated haulage truck. That's evolution. That's the power of the Safe AI autonomous platform. And our journey is just beginning. We will never be satisfied with our progress because there is so much more work to be done. Since retrofitting our CAT 725 with Obayashi, so much has changed. We've deployed numerous segment-defining features, increasing capacity for productivity and safety. We've employed HD camera-based sensors, which enable precise stopping due to accurate obstacle detection. And now, Safe AI can successfully complete a load-haul dump cycle, which involves loader-to-truck communication to facilitate precise backing and positioning. We've successfully run over 100 autonomous load-haul dump cycles in the last 5 months, all in an active quarry site. With the addition of our configurable fleet management system, path planning, vehicle insights, and fleet dashboarding are at your fingertips, making operational strategizing and execution far easier. This is the continuing vision of the connected worksite, one that is safer, smarter, and more productive. One that is collaborative. Together, we'll forge the future. Safe AI. Let's work together.
So we actually brought back this test equipment to Japan, and we did a series of demonstrations to Japanese suppliers and construction companies. And we hope to sort of give an impetus to the discussion of autonomous driving in a construction environment. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for all the presenters. We finished the presentations for construction awards, construction project category, small and mid-sized enterprises categories, and special award categories. We'd like to have a 20-minute break, and we're going to resume at 5:25 p.m. Please go back to seat by 5:25. Thank you.
ご案内申し上げます。
Minister Saito is coming late, so we ought to resume the ceremony, but since Minister Saito is coming late because of his public duties, I would like to announce the resumption time to resume later.
ご案内いたします。
So we're going to resume at 5:30 p.m. We're going to resume the ceremony at 5:30. Thank you.
それではお時間となりました。
We would like to resume the ceremony. We'd like to have a few remarks from Mr. Tetsuo Saito, the Minister of Land, Infrastructure, Transport, and Tourism. Thank you for the introduction. My name is Tetsuo Saito. I'm Minister of Land, Infrastructure, Transport, and Tourism. I'd like to make a few words for this ceremony of the 5th Japan Construction International Awards. I would express my deepest appreciation to the Japanese companies that are leading the efforts for developing quality infrastructure around the world, and it is such an honor to hold this ceremony to celebrate their achievements. Also, I am especially grateful to the ambassadors and the members of the embassies who represented the countries and regions where the projects we celebrate today were carried out and for their participation in today's ceremony. Just a while ago, we exchanged greetings with each ambassador and members of the embassies. It took longer than we expected, and my apologies for making you wait. Japanese construction companies have been engaging in the design, construction, and development of various kinds of infrastructure around the world and have been exporting their expertise, techniques, and technologies to other countries and regions. They have also contributed to human development in the countries and regions they operate through technical transfer and have built long-lasting relationship based on trust. This Japan Construction International Awards serves to raise awareness of our quality infrastructure and help Japanese companies increase and expand their presence and business growth around the world. Today, we celebrate its 5th iteration. Since its inception, we have been celebrating 25 construction projects and 15 small and mid-sized construction companies in Japan for their outstanding achievements. This year, to commemorate its 5th iteration, we created a new special award category which recognizes companies and organizations for their leading activities in infrastructure development, demonstrating Japan's strength. Their activities and projects we celebrate today are true representations of our commitment and efforts to producing quality infrastructure. Now, the current administration just completed the review of our Infrastructure System Overseas Expansion Strategy 2025 to identify critical elements for overseas expansion of quality infrastructure following the recent developments around the globe. And we are committed to the 3 principles: achieving better recovery in a post-pandemic world, accelerating the transition to carbon-neutral society, and promotion of partnerships based on a free and open Indo-Pacific. The Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport, and Tourism is also drafting its own Action Plan 2022 based on the strategy review, and we renew our commitment to providing support and assistance to every Japanese company trying to grow business overseas. I wish all the success for the companies receiving awards today, and I wish all of you here today the best of health and prosperity. Congratulations to you all, and thank you very much. Thank you, Minister Saito. So let's move on to handing out the letter of commendations. We are going to arrange the stage, so please wait until it's finished. Thank you very much for waiting. I'm going to call out the title of the projects and activities, and also I'll call out the name of those companies. So Minister Saito, please come up on stage. In construction project category, the first prize goes to East-West Road Improvement Project N70, Taisei Corporation, and CTI Engineering International. Please come up on stage. Letter of commendation. 5th Japan Construction International Award for the construction project category. The first prize goes to East-West Road Improvement Project N70 in Pakistan. We recognize outstanding, excellent construction projects for Taisei Corporation and CTI Engineering International. Its excellent project management capability and construction abilities, you created the wonderful infrastructure in the country. Congratulations. Congratulations. The letter of commendation. The 5th Japan Construction International Awards in the construction project category. The first prize goes to East-West Road Improvement Project N70 in Pakistan. Recognizing the excellence of CTI Engineering International. Congratulations. Huge congratulations. The first prize in construction project category goes to East-West Road Improvement Project. Please give a huge round of applause. Next is also from construction project category. MRT Downtown Line Stage 3, Bedok North Station, Metar Station, Bencoolen Station, and associated tunnels. Sato Kogyo, please come up to the stage. The Certificate of Commendation for the 5th Japan Construction International Awards. For the construction project category, MRT Downtown Line, Stage 3, Bedok North Station, Metar Station, Bencoolen Station, and associated tunnels in Singapore. We recognize its excellence of Sato Kogyo. Congratulations. Please give a big round of applause. Next is also for construction project category. The project for construction of new Takeda Bridge. Nippon Koei, Tokyo Construction, Toyo Construction, and IHI Construction Service. Please come up on stage. The Certificate of Commendation for the 5th Japan Construction International Awards for the category of Construction Project category. The project for construction of new Takeda Bridge in Myanmar. Congratulations. The certificate of commendation for the 5th Japan Construction International Awards in the category of construction project for the project for construction of new Takeda Bridge in Myanmar to Tokyo Corporation Construction. Congratulations. The certificate of commendation for the 5th Japan Construction International Awards in the category of construction project for the project for construction of new Takeda Bridge in Myanmar, recognizing the excellence of Toyo Construction. The certificate of commendation for the 5th Japan Construction International Awards in the category of construction project for the project for construction of new Takeda Bridge in Myanmar, recognizing the excellence of IHI Construction Service. Congratulations. Congratulations. Please give a big round of applause for these companies. Congratulations. Next up, also in the construction project category, for 3 runway system project C3201 Deep Cement Mixing Works Package 1, Penta Ocean Construction Company, please come up on stage. The certificate of commendation for the 5th Japan Construction International Award in the category of construction project for 3 runway system project C3201 Deep Cement Mixing Works Package 1 in Hong Kong Special Administrative Region in the People's Republic of China, recognizing the excellence of Penta Ocean Construction. Congratulations. Congratulations. Huge congratulations. Please give a big round of applause for the awardees. Congratulations. Next, moving on to the next category of small and medium-sized enterprises category. Sugiya Sato, please come up on stage. The certificate of commendation for the 5th Japan Construction International Award in the category of small and medium-sized enterprises, recognizing the excellence of Sugiya Sato. You helped increase the awareness of Japanese construction companies overseas as a model of small and medium-sized enterprises in Japan. Congratulations. Congratulations on Sugiya Sato in the category of small and medium-sized enterprises. Please give a huge round of applause. Next. Moving on to the next category, Special Award Pioneering Activity category. Development of grassroots road infrastructure and poverty reduction through enhancement of self-reliance initiatives of communities in sub-Saharan Africa. Community Road Empowerment, please come up on stage. The Certificate of Commendation for the 5th Japan Construction International Award. Special Award in the category of Pioneering Activity. Development of grassroots road infrastructure and poverty reduction through enhancement of self-reliance initiatives of communities in sub-Saharan Africa. Recognizing the excellence of community road empowerment. The activity you conducted helped to raise the awareness of our presence in overseas infrastructure development. Thank you. Congratulations. Please give a big round of applause. Next, awardee of Special Award in Pioneering Activity category, Strategic Training of Local Engineers and Companies through Railway Rehabilitation Projects in Southeast Asia. Tekken Corporation, please come up on stage. The Certificate of Commendation for the 5th Japan Construction International Award. Special Award in Pioneering Activity category. Strategic Training of Local Engineers and Companies through Railway Rehabilitation Projects in Southeast Asia. In recognizing the excellence of Tekken Corporation. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Please give a big round of applause. The last awardee of today's ceremony. Special Award in Pioneering Activity category given to Open Innovation for Construction Technology in Silicon Valley to Obayashi SVVL. Please come up on stage. The Certificate of Commendation for the 5th Japan Construction International Award in the Pioneering Activity category and Special Award given to Open Innovation for Construction Technology in Silicon Valley by Obayashi SVVL, Inc. Congratulations. Thank you. Huge congratulations. Please give a big round of applause for the awardees of Special Award in Pioneering Activity category. Thank you, Minister Saito. We're going to take a group photo with those awardees. We're going to rearrange the stage once again, so please wait until it's finished.
お待たせいたしました。
I think the stage is ready for the photo opportunities. We'd like to take some time for all these different companies and projects. I will be calling out the names of companies, and it'd be really great if your attendees of the project or the awardees of the project to come to front with the letter of commendation. So first is the first prize of the construction project category. The 4 representatives, along with Mr. Taimur Zulfikar, will come on stage, and anyone with a camera is welcome to come forward to take photo of them. And for the next project, we'd like to have you ready of the stage on the left-hand side.
We
will have masks off from the ones who will be who will ask them to take off their masks during the photo shooting. It's a great smile, thank you. Congratulations once again, and the next project. These are representatives from Kensetsugi International, 4 gentlemen. Again, the gentlemen will be having masks off for the photo shots. Yes, we'd like to have Mr. Taimur Zulfikar. Thank you, Councillor. Thank you very much, and congratulations to all of you once again. Next is the Sato Kogyo, 4 representatives, and would have His Excellency Mr. Peter Tan with them. And I'd like to invite the next Nihon Koei 4 representatives to be waiting in the stage left. Thank you. Thank you very much, His Excellency. And now, Nihon Koei 4 representatives for the construction project category. And the next stage photo shot will be the 4 representatives of a Tokyo Construction Company. Thank you. Right, so next is the 4 representatives from Tokyo Construction Company, and the next photo shooting will be of 2 representatives of Toyo Construction Company.
東洋建設2名の方ですね。失礼いたしました。
Apologies, there will be 2 gentlemen.
どうもありがとうございました。
Right, so here now on stage are the two representatives from Toyo Construction Company, and the next would be of three representatives of IHI Infrastructure Construction. Thank you. Congratulations once again. And yes, it is your turn, IHI Infrastructure people. And I'd like to let you know that the next will be Goyo Construction Company for representatives, along with Mr. Thomas will be the next. Thank you. Congratulations. So next, right, is this no 3 runway system project? And then they would have Mr. Thomas Wu in the picture.
そしてこの後の杉江製陶株式
And after this would be Sugie Seto for representatives. And I'd like to invite His Excellency Mr. Shahabuddin Ahmed to come on stage with the Sugie Seto gentleman next.
はい、ありがとうございました。ありがとう。
Thank you. So this now is the Hong Kong project. Apologies. This is a Sugie Seto. So small and medium-sized enterprise category project. And yes, now we see His Excellency coming on stage with them. And let me announce that the next will be the photo shooting of Michibushi Bito. We're starting photo shooting of the special awards part. And we will have full representatives for Michibushi Bito as well as Mr. Zuga Selling. Yes, great smile. Well, now coming on stage.
ウ・ホンナム閣下にもステージへお願いしたいと思います。そしてこの後の大林 SVVL インコーポレーテッドの皆様。はい。はい、駐日ケニア共和国。
Apologies. So this is a Michibushi Bito representative, full representatives, along with Mitetsuga Selling.
はい、どうもありがとうございました。
And now the stage is for Tekken Construction Company. And we have His Excellency Mr. Wu Honnam son coming on stage along with them.
りがとうございました。ありがとうございます。
Okay, thank you. Congratulations. And then last, be Obayashi SVVL representatives. There will be 4 gentlemen, and we will have Mr. Ken Tapley with them.
Smile. はい、どうもありがとうございました。ありがとうございます。
So this concludes all the photo shooting of all these different companies who received award. And now I would like to go on to this group photo opportunity with everybody, all the awardees, and we will have one representative from each company, and we'd like to invite all the guests from embassies, and we also will have people from the ministry. I mean, this photo opportunity is open for anybody. So if you'd like to take a photo, please come to the front area where you will be able to capture the whole.
I
think the stage is ready. It'd be great if you can come forward. If you're to be in the picture, we'd like to invite one representative from each company and everybody from embassies, and also all the involved parties from the ministry.
はい、お写真の方はご自由にお撮りいただけますので。
Yes, we will have a few minutes for anyone to come forward and take a photo of this group. I think everybody is in their positions. Almost.
.はい、では皆様一度マスクをお外しいただきましてご準備をお願いいたします。
It's a bit great if you can take your mask during this photo shooting.
.お揃いですよね。大丈夫ですかね。はい、大丈夫です。
I think we have everybody who are supposed to be in the photo. We have an official photographer right in front. It'd be great if you can look into the camera of that cameraman. Right. Done. It was quick. And we will have other people taking photo for a few more seconds.
いかがでしょうか。はい、よろしい。
I believe everyone's taken great photo already. Are we okay to finish? Right. Thank you very much for those who came on, and congratulations once again to all the award winners. And Saito Minister needs to accuse himself for the official duty of his. We're coming towards the end, but we will once again change the stage to come to the final part of the ceremony. The next part is the greeting from all this representative from each embassies, and it starts with His Excellency Mr. Wu Nannam.
大変お待たせいたしました。
And now we'd like to get a greeting from the representatives of embassies. And I'd like to first invite His Excellency Mr. Vu Honnam, Ambassador.
皆さんこんばんは。Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am very delighted and honored to attend the 5th Japan Construction International Award ceremony today. On behalf of the Vietnamese Embassy in Japan and also on behalf of the Vietnamese government, I would like to extend my warmest congratulations to the various agencies, organizations, and businesses, including Tekken Corporation, on receiving this prestigious award from the Japanese government. Ladies and gentlemen, for Vietnam, Japan is a close friend who has made important contribution to the socio-economic development of the country for the past decades. The Japanese government has dedicated ODA to Vietnam to help develop the country's key infrastructure and construction projects, technology transfer, offering high-quality training courses for the Vietnamese engineer. Many projects have become the symbol of the Japan-Vietnam friendship, including Vietnam-Japan Friendship Bridge. I would like to take this opportunity to extend my sincere thanks with great appreciation to Tekken Corporation for your significant support in the training of high-quality human resources in Vietnam and in the transfer of Japan's modern technology in railway construction maintenance. I firmly believe that Tekken Corporation, along with the other Japanese construction companies, would continue to contributing greatly to Japan international cooperation activities in the future. Thank you very much. Arigatou gozaimashita.
本年閣下、ありがとうございました。続きまして、駐日シンガポール共和国特命全権大使ピーター
Next is His Excellency Mr. Peter Tan, Ambassador of Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Singapore.
ご列席の皆様、こんばんは。国土交通省の皆様、2年
To all the people who are making this award happening in the ministry, thank you very much for inviting me for 2 years in a row, and congratulations to all those who received a very prestigious award. You are a truly iconic symbol of great Japanese corporations who have been contributing to various aspects of other countries. And Sato Kogyo is particularly the company that I would like to send our congratulatory to. And then I know that the MRT downtown project was of high difficulty, but they mastered executing the project to be at the high level. And then Sato Kogyo back in 2022 established the base in Singapore, and now since then the Sato Kogyo has been the powerful vehicle dealing with the various construction and civil engineering all around Southeast Asia, particularly in Singapore. Sato Kogyo has been bridging MRT infrastructures, bridges. It's been pivotal roles in various construction initiatives and projects, and how they are running their project has been highly recognized by the Singapore government. Sato Kogyo MRT business is the topic of this award, and we're very, very excited. And MRT is a vital part of everyday life of a Singaporean, and MRT is a safe and infrastructure that you can trust, and you can be entertained by the space that accompanying the train functions. And MRT is expected to continue to expand and to improve, and that's what Singaporean people are expecting highly. We've been a strong financial economical partner. Singapore and Japan digital economy is a new arena where we are expanding our partnership and collaboration, and two countries are not limited to fortifying the relationship between the two. We are collaborating in developing infrastructure in other countries other than ours. And pandemic is now something that we've overcome, and we still see great opportunities, and we have many more endeavors we can partake together. And we expect a lot to come in the future. Again, in terms of a partnership we see between the two nations. And once again, congratulations to all the awardees. And I'm very, very honored to be able to celebrate your great accomplishment here with all these participants. Thank you very much, His Excellency, Mr. Peter Tan. Next is His Excellency Mr. Shahabuddin Ahmed, Ambassador of Bangladesh.
Excellencies, ambassadors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum, Kombawa, good evening. It is my great pleasure to attend this award ceremony to offer felicitations to Suji Seto Company Limited as well as the other awardees also. I am glad to know that Suji Seto has been awarded in the SMEs category for their ceramic perforated duct for cable protection, which was implemented in Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport in Dhaka, Bangladesh. Our country, Bangladesh, is fast developing, and the development of the infrastructure is one of the urgent issues. Bangladesh is strategically located and aspires to be a regional connectivity hub to link South Asia with Southeast Asia. It is reassuring to know that the Suji Seto's ceramic perforated duct for cable protection will be long-lasting. It will certainly offer a support to realize a richer and safer society. We expect and hope that ceramic duct for cable protection will be widely used in seaports, tunnels, roads, etc. This year is a special year as we are celebrating the 50th year of Bangladesh-Japan diplomatic relations. We are also looking forward to successful arrangement of 5th Public-Private Partnership Joint Platform meeting in Tokyo next month. It will contribute to economic development of Bangladesh and strengthen our bilateral relation by mobilizing skills and experiences of Japanese private companies in infrastructure sectors for PPP projects. Again, congratulations to all the awardees for their achievements. Thank you for kind attention. Domo arigatou gozaimashita.
Thank you very much, His Excellency.
Next, we'd like to hear a remark from Mr. Zuga Selin, Secretary of Embassy of the Republic of Kenya.
Executive members of the Awards Committee, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Our Excellency Ambassador Taabu Irina, I wish to congratulate the recipients of the 5th Japan Construction International Awards and express our appreciation to the organizers of the award ceremony for convening this ceremony. We are gathered here today to honor and recognize the notable achievements of the recipients of these awards in their contribution towards the social economic development of communities through the realization of quality infrastructure. I wish to applaud the government of Japan through the Tokyo International Conference on African Development Framework for encouraging initiatives and partnerships between Japanese and Kenyan companies that serves as the conduit of skill and technology transfer. The partnerships that we have developed with the government of Japan serves as a foundation for social economic development and the attainment of the Sustainable Development Goals and the Africa Agenda 2063. The transfer of technology and skill set development further enhances our commitment towards citizen-oriented service delivery through the provision of enabling infrastructure such as roads, bridges, rail networks, and healthcare facilities. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, I wish to applaud the government of Japan and the attending companies for participating in various initiatives and partnerships that further deepens our cooperation and development. Minasama, domo arigatou gozaimashita.
Thank you, Mr. Zuga Selin. Next, we'd like to hear a remark from Mr. Taimur Zulfikar, Counselor of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan.
Thank you. In the name of Allah, the All-Compassionate, the Most Merciful. His Excellency Tetsu Saito, the Minister for Land Infrastructure, the honorable members of the Awards Committee, honorable guests, respected members of the Government of Japan, colleagues from the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished luminaries from the Japanese business community, a very good evening and konnichiwa. I'd like to convey my gratitude to the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport and Tourism of Japan for invitation to this prestigious awards ceremony. And it's indeed a greater honor for a project in Pakistan to be honored the first prize. For that, I would like to thank the Government of Japan, the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, and of course the implementing agency, the company, the Taisai Corporation, who implemented the project, and of course the CTI consultancy, who did the consultancy for the project. The project, ladies and gentlemen, as you saw in the presentation also, it's a very difficult terrain in Pakistan, and the marvel of engineering designed by CTI and of course implemented by Taisai deserves a huge applause, for sure. I'd just like to mention that, the project was bound to have an impact on the local society. And what I can say, being from that area, that impact has been achieved. The project used the locally sourced materials, jobs were created in that area particularly, and of course the problems of the traffic in that area were alleviated, and the people are living in a much better situation now. Just a word about Pakistan and Japan relations. This year, both countries are having 70th anniversary of their relations in 2022. Pakistan and Japan have very friendly relations. We have very robust mechanisms in all sectors. And I hope that, through platforms like this, or relations between our two friendly countries, through this project and even more, they continue to prosper. I thank you all. Thank you very much.
Mr. Zulfikar, thank you so much. Next, we'd like to hear a remark from Mr. Thomas Wu, representative of Hong Kong Special Administrative Region, Hong Kong Economic and Trade Office.
Dr. Malici, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an honor for me to attend the ceremony of the Japan Construction International Award today, organized by the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport, and Tourism. Established since 2017, the award commends overseas construction projects which demonstrates Japan's construction abilities as well as the Japanese SMEs, which play an active and leading role in the overseas construction projects. The Japanese construction industry has been vibrant and progressive and is famous for the modernity, precision, quality, and sustainability of its constructed facilities. In addition, the industry is particularly strong in large infrastructure projects such as building bridges, tunnels, airports, and high-rise buildings. I wish to congratulate all awardees today on your immense contribution, not only to the Japanese construction industry, but also to the development of infrastructure around the world. In particular, I wish to extend my heartfelt appreciation to one of the awardees, Penta Ocean Construction Company Limited, which has been involved in the construction of the third runway for the Hong Kong International Airport. Our airport is one of the busiest in the world. Its third runway targeted for commissioning this year will further strengthen its status as an aviation hub in the region. Besides the airport, the government of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region has been continuously implementing capital works to improve people's quality of life, promote economic development, and enhance Hong Kong's long-term competitiveness. As you may all know, land shortage has always been a constraint in Hong Kong. To address this challenge, our chief executive in 2018 proposed the creation of a third core business district by constructing artificial islands with a total area of about 1,700 hectares. Last year, the chief executive announced the development of the northern parts of Hong Kong into a metropolis to accommodate 2.5 million people. Meanwhile, we have identified land for public and private housing in the coming 10 years. We're also implementing a series of railway projects to enhance transportation within the city and with various neighboring cities of the mainland China. In the past few years, Hong Kong's annual capital works expenditure amounts to $9 to $10 billion and would grow continuously to exceed $13 billion in the coming years. Together with the private sector, the total construction output is expected to reach $39 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, Hong Kong's infrastructural developments will be growing leaps and bounds in the coming decades. I wish to make use of this opportunity to call on the Japanese construction sector to seize the chance to partner with us to develop the various challenging and exciting construction projects in Hong Kong. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Thomas Wu. And that concludes the ceremony for the 5th Japan Construction International Award. Thank you very much for attending the ceremony. When you leave the room, to avoid congestion, do not rush to the exit once. Thank you very much for awardees. Congratulations on awardees.